guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece Manga chapter 983. Again, a chapter where we are showing where everyone is. Not everyone, especially not as much as last week's chapter, but it doesn't have a focus point. It doesn't stay with one bunch of characters throughout the whole chapter. We go all over the place basically, and like I said, that was how it was for last week. And just like last week, I would have preferred if it stayed in one place. But let's just talk about what we got. So we start the chapter off with Mr. Perlin, and they didn't die because obviously we know what happened to their ship to the last chapter. And I just actually realized that we only see Perlin. So Mr. Perlin has been separated from the crew. So the status of the crew pending. I don't actually think they're dead, but I did. I just actually literally just noticed that we only see him. But the only thing that I really want to mention about this chapter is that how about this bit of the chapter is how he says he ain't taken the alliance seriously and that the Big Mom pirates will reign supreme. Now, I don't think that's part of Big Mom's plan. So I can see Mr. Perlin getting himself into some trouble later on down the line. But the next thing that's happening is basically the Big Mom stuff where we find out that because we know Big Mom was chasing Chopper and Usopp originally, and then according to this chapter, she flips on that and decides to go after Nami and company instead. This is because Nami has still got Zetsu? Whatever the cloud's name is, she's still got the cloud. She wants her cloud back. So she's making her way that way instead so she can get her cloud back. And so we have a little chasing scene with not even really Big Mom. I don't think Big Mom appeared. Yeah, she didn't appear until the end of that scene. But we have the sun chasing after them, trying to get them from going away. We do find out throughout this bit of the chapter that Sanji's actually still within the vicinity with Nami and Carrot. Not with them exactly, but he's within the area. He's looking for some ladies, obviously as Sanji does. But regardless of that, even though Sanji is a strong guy, it all boils down to Sanji won't fight women. So yeah, he will still protect Nami and Carrot, but having Sanji present with Big Mom present, it's not a good look. He's not gonna give it his all. So having Sanji there is a win and it's a win and a loss. It's a win lose situation basically. Well, that's what they have to deal with. We also do have Big Mom. We see Big Mom in this bit of the chapter, and now she's creating homies to help her to get Nami and Carrot back. So what I'll probably see happening with this is maybe Nami and Carrot will take out the homies in the low to mid diff. No, low. It should be low diff, low diff. Low diff, but let's say low to mid diff. And probably get into a bit of trouble with Big Mom, and then Sanji hops in there, defends them, and they escape somehow. I don't really know how it's going to work out, but that's what I see happening in the meantime. Then we get the whole thing with Orochi presenting Momosuke to kill him. I did speak about how I spoke about it in the last review where I said he's probably just doing this to calm his nerves because man's a bit shook right now. They're finding out that there's an alliance and the samurai are still about. He needs to do something to calm his nerves, and the drinks weren't helping him too much. So he's gonna go kill Momosuke to make himself feel a little piece better. Moving on, we have the Zoro stuff where we just basically find out that Zoro is infiltrating, making his way through Onishi. I don't know, what's this place called again? He's making his way through Kaido's base and he ran into some gifters and he's fighting them. And I think he mentions, yeah, the further he gets in, the more powerful the users are. And he is huffing and puffing, but I think for the most part, when it comes to gifters, he should have an easy time beating them. The only thing that might be a problem is that the number of them he's fighting, and stamina running low because of this. Then we get some Kaido stuff, and Kaido's pretty much doing more. Kaido is pretty much doing the same thing as what Zoro is doing, and he gets less screen time. I'm lying, he doesn't get less screen time. Gets about same amount of screen time. He's basically doing the same thing as what Zoro is doing, but we mentioned how he's lost track of his crew, so maybe he's trying to find his crew as well. I don't know. Nothing much more to report about that. But let's talk about the end piece of the chapter where we have Luffy, Page One, and Altair. I think her name's Altair. But regardless of that, I want to talk about their fight first. So we have Luffy take on both Altair and Page One, and now he's having a fairly easy time, and I think that's rightly sorry. I think that's rightly so, because I think at this present moment of time, Luffy would be probably first commander level. I think it's safe to say he's first commander level. I wouldn't have called him first commander level at the end of Whole Cake Island, but he's improved leaps and bounds since then. So I think it's safe to call him first commander level. And now, when it comes to the Flying Six, they are not afraid to take on the commanders of Kaido's crew, Jack, King, and Queen, in order to take their spot. And now, I can't remember what the chapter number is, but there was a heavy emphasis of them targeting Queen. So we can, I would like to estimate that they are at least second commander level. So they should be able to put up at least somewhat of a fight with Luffy, who's first commander level. And if we safely assume that they're second commander level, and now we don't really get to see much of a full-blown fight, but for the most part, Luffy seems to be having things under wraps. But there is a bit of the chapter where we see that Luffy is being held down by Ulti, and he was going to use Gear 4 to break out of it. So maybe if we did get a full-blown fight, it would have been like would have been in more of a better would have been in a better position to judge the strength level of like people within the Flying Six, but that doesn't happen. Just when things are starting to look ugly, we have Yamato, Kaido's son, hop in there and do the exact same thing to Oti, which Kaido did to Luffy, and that's and knock Oti clean out, KO. So Yamato, Yonko level? Maybe? Oh no, I don't know, but that's regardless if he is or not, that's the vibe that bit of the chapter is giving you. And so like I gotta take that as a hint as others saying like, yo, this guy is this guy can rival Kaido, but there's not much to prove that point just yet. We have to wait and see for that. But what's interesting is what happens next is when he grabs Luffy and says, yeah, sorry, I'm out, yeah, sorry, I'm out. But he introduces himself as Kaido's son. He says to Luffy that, yo, bro, I've been waiting for you. So it is really literally the last word of the chapter. It's a moment because it's like, how do you know about Luffy? Why are you waiting for him? Is this a setup? Like, get me? There's things that are to question here. So that is a good place to leave off the chapter, really. But I don't know. I do reckon he is strong. I don't think this is a setup, but there's not really much to say if it's a setup or not. It's a time will tell situation. But my gut feeling is saying that this is not a setup, and this could be quite interesting. So let's see how things go. I'm going to give it a 4-star rating according to you. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.